Want to thank you for joining us for another power episode of Iron Panther Presents. We're going latter half of book 4 as we discuss the Egan family, who's probably going to lose a member probably next week. But anyway, we're talking about season 3, episode 7. It's a pretty solid episode. We had some lemonade moments with Shanti, understandably find a man who ain't shit. She finally figured that out. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, comment on the video, watch the video till the end. But let's get to it. We're a little bit late. All right.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Alrighty. Stacy, RIP. So let's start with the death of Stacy. What does it mean? Should we care? That kind of stuff. Jamani says that he predicted it. So let's go with Jamani. You said you felt vindicated.
Yeah. I didn't know that it was going to happen before, her campaign actually got off the ground, which makes all that first 4 or 5 episodes worth nothing now. I thought she would have got shot at like a campaign stop or something like just that was worthless. But yeah,
in your prediction and therefore your theory, who was going to shoot her and why? If you predicted she was gonna die, I mean,
I didn't predict who was gonna actually do it, but
just in general, she wasn't gonna make it out the show.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's I probably would have thought it would have been Vic more than likely, but Tommy's good enough for it. So.
I feel I think Vic would have been better if it was the squeeze. I need more information out of you. I need more information out of you. He's like, nah, I ain't going out like that. And then he kills her. That would have made more sense. As opposed to Tommy. Tommy was just having a bad day.
Or I would have just, they like to do retreads and stuff. So do it just like last season. Like one of his boys or whatever that he's hanging around sees that he's talking to a Fed and he's like, I got to kill you to prove my street cred.
Well, it's funny. Anyway, speaking of retreads, somebody posted an image on Facebook that basically said they redid Kane killing that cop that was banging his mom. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what that was. I was like, they have no new ideas in this show. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I was like, oh, never mind. They already did this once. And again, Kane was having a bad day and just wanted to take his frustrations out on somebody. But at least Stacy brought a gun to a gunfight. Because that Miguel bullshit, I was like, this is laughable. I'm
like her crying in the office. I'm like, that seems so out of character for her though.
Yeah, I think they wanted to give her some emotional range before they put her down.
No, I think they just wanted to drop a bug in her ex-husband so that he'll have like a cross to bear or whatever once she's dead. Like, okay, I know where to sniff at or whatever. Because he was like, is it Tommy Egan? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, he's gonna go after Tommy now.
She didn't have to cry for that, Jamani. But I all right. I mean, I'm saying I think everything leads back to Tommy in this version of the show. People can't wipe their asses without being Tommy's fault for some reason. His whole legal name, like Thomas Egan, Tommy Patrick Teresi Egan. But anyway, all right, Kim, what do you think of Stacy's exit? Yes.
Sorry, I'm being a grandma right now. Okay. So, I was happy she died. I really did not like her storyline anyway. So I was like, and then Tommy's having a bad day. We know what happens when Tommy has a bad day. Somebody's either going to get beat up badly or they're going to die. So when she was talking all that nonsense, I was like, Tommy's going to shoot her. I knew he was going to shoot her. I was like, I don't even know why you attempted this. And then he looks so disheveled.
Well,
Like
he's got his ass whooped.
like out of place. His
Yeah.
hair is never out of place. And I was like, Tommy is done. He is like, shut the fuck up right now, or I'm gonna kill you. That's what was in his head. And he shot her, and I was like, yay, yay, happy. Sorry, not sorry.
I agree. So I agree that her storyline was clearly going nowhere. But to Giovanni, she actually was going up in the polls. Like her campaign was actually moving forward despite the lack of police support. But we don't know who she was going
so
up against.
Though the same thing was happening every single week. Like, oh, I gotta get Tommy. Oh, I gotta get Tommy. I'm like, can we have another storyline? Like,
No. Yeah, I mean it wasn't well put together. I'm just saying, like, it's, but again, I agree that it's good that she's gone, but it wasn't well put together because we don't know who she was running against. We don't know who the current mayor was. So to say she was upping in the polls against who? Against how many candidates? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? And who cares, really? I guess Stacy died before becoming mayor, like I asked. Yeah, I mean, maybe she would have took office for a little bit, but who? I mean, really gives a shit. On the 7th day of Christmas, Tommy gave to me Stacy Marks packs smoke. Okay, Stacy Marks wig blocked the head of the shot. Though I mean, it was, yes. I mean, the wig was pretty tight, but she got it. Her having the weapon on her side, like some kind of Western cowboy bullshit. I'm like, this don't even make any kind of sense. You know, I guess they want to have her weapon, so it looked like he just shot an unarmed woman. But it was still, it was classic Tommy though, Kim, to your point. Like he gets mad and he does shit, not necessarily thinking about the consequences of said actions, you know. But Kane was the same way, right? Like they're a hothead, right? And it's, so I thought it was old recipe Tommy to a point. Tommy killed Stacy. Felt like when he killed who? Barbara in the car. Oh, fuck.
wasn't that the Latin? Wasn't that the Latin leader? Oh gosh, what was his name? I mean, what was his? I forgot the name of his gang.
Me too. I feel so bad. Paco took over. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh boy, from
Macho.
they used to be on Martin or whatever, and
Yeah, the Latino dude from New York. Yeah, I don't remember the name of his.
the Trinitarios.
I can't remember.
What?
Huh?
I'm all confused. Are you talking about book 4? Or are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about
book one.
first
Book one. Trinitarios. Remember, he pulled over. He said, "Oh, there's something wrong with the car."
Yeah.
Stabbed him with the screwdriver.
Hold up. The Taurus Locos.
That's it. Yeah.
Not the RSKs, the Taurus Locos. Who DeMarcus, what was the name of the leader? I feel bad. Ruiz.
Yeah.
He shot. No, that was
getting plowed by that other dude. Like she was 15 or something, or 14. Yeah.
So I disagree with that because that was actually planned out. Like, you know, like he set it up and he did it. And then so he didn't know he was wearing a wire. I mean, to your point, if somehow Stacy was wearing something that the recording is gonna help her, you know, her Bobby find him. Poncho took over. Like then that would be the same. But he very much was planning on killing that, you know, when he drove him around.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But remember when Tommy was doing a lot of coke, right?
Yes.
Like he was doing oodles. I mean, Tommy always does coke, but I'm talking about he was like losing it, and he was in the warehouse, and oh my gosh, Julio was there, and another dude was there. The big black dude was there too.
Black Grimace.
Grimace.
When he shot Poncho, you talking when he shot Poncho?
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah. So that he was. He was talking, yes. He was talking shit. He got Tommy mad. He said, "You ain't shit without Ghost." And he just shot him in the head. They're like, "Fucking Tommy." Yeah. So Poncho's murder would be closer to this kind of spontaneous anger, you know, type of thing. And he's sober now. I mean, you know, he would just, but I think he was growing his hair out. I mean, you know, Joseph Secor was growing his hair out because it was more wavy than before. Like he definitely has more hair up there. So maybe he was like, okay, I got to move on to reasonable doubt. So I need some more hair up here. So they're like, okay, we'll do the Tommy thing as much as we can. But it did help after his scuffle that his hair looked all kind of disheveled. It made him look more like I'm just like worn out. Like, damn, I'm had a very long day. Stacy Marks was running against Mayor Bradley. Mayor Bradley did the line last season with Leon last season. We never saw the mayor though. Like, I never saw the mayor do anything, you know. So it wasn't a good storyline to me. With how they were trying to put that Connor gave the St. Patrick's shout out before Vic popped Connor. The name St. Patrick, not the St. Patrick's. I mean, you know, but I mean, I guess someone named St. Patrick's. So I wouldn't necessarily put that connected to, you know, like the Ghost and crew. But anyway, so so Bobby's gonna look into this thing. And we'll get on to that. I want to get to Miguel now, because that was pretty badass. I mean, he lifted up a man on his back and was like, "What you gonna do?"
What is this? Gangs of London? Nobody has guns anymore. It was that part seemed very unrealistic.
That was weird, Jumani. That I thought the same thing. I was like, why has he got a knife? And then the knife was like, I don't know. I have a knife, and my knife is about that long. And the blade, I do. I mean, I'm a New Yorker. We have knives. So, I mean, it's just weird. It was like the knife was only about this long. Maybe it was my TV, but it didn't seem like a very long knife, right? And then I was like, why is he doing? Remember in the first Ghost, the first Power universe, the first show.
Yes.
Remember when oh my gosh, they were trying to kill, oh my gosh, it was in the hallway. Was he trying to kill Tommy, I think?
You're talking about with the knife. You're talking about with the knife?
With the knife. Remember that? No,
Tommy
that was Lisa Marie's uncle or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Okay.
Yeah. Proctor's uncle.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember we were all like,
his brother. Can be his uncle.
Was it his brother? I thought it was his uncle. Anyway.
No, he was too old to be. But Proctor, I think it was his brother. I get you.
I know his cousin.
It was his cousin. It was his cousin. It was cousin.
But remember, we were all like, why is he using a knife instead of a gun? That didn't even make sense.
Benny. Well, the difference, I would say Proctor's cousin. So I would say the difference is I thought that was much more of he wasn't a trained hitter, and he wasn't necessarily, to me, like, this is a hired assassin who brought another assassin to kill a drug leader who should have protection on him to begin with, and they bring one knife to what should be a gunfight. Like, this is stupid. Like, to your point, Jumani, I felt like, yeah, this must have been taking place in London, because this don't happen in America, not Chicago. On top of that, like, this, no, none of them had guns. Even Miguel, after he told his crew stay strapped up, wasn't strapped up. So, like, this doesn't even make sense from his perspective. But they wanted to show you how big and bad he was, I guess, was the point. But no, it was very also,
he's gonna die.
Someone's gonna die. You just said who?
Miguel's gonna die for sure.
See, Miguel, I actually watched the preview. So I watched the trailer for the season, and Miguel is following Tommy when he goes and kills a whole bunch of black people. I'm assuming this is after they kill JP and after they kill Maria, or at least kill the baby. I feel like next episode JP's going down so they can have his funeral, and then at the funeral they try to shoot Tommy and crew, and Maria gets hit, and then that hurts the baby. Who dies in episode 8? Vic or JP? No, JP is definitely dying. I really don't give a fuck about Vic, but JP is definitely going down next episode.
What makes you feel that way?
So this episode, though they failed to do it properly, they were trying to tie up his arc of, like, I accept you, D-Mac, because, you know, being a criminal is like being gay, and then the other scene was like, yo, the next generation, he has a girlfriend, and, you know, she's flu. What the fuck? Like, they were trying to tie that up. So when he drops next week episode, you were like, next episode, it's like, okay, we get it, you know. But I was like, stop it. I was so mad about both of those both of those conversations. Just
I'm like, the way that they set it up as though D Mac is the one that's going to be dying because he's making amends with everybody. He's like, he's talking to JP. He's calling up Kate and having uncomfortable that conversation was uncomfortable for me to watch. It went on way too long.
But I appreciated that it was far more realistic to me and more meaningful because again, he's a kid trying, from the street trying to, show his emotion like I'm sorry, grandma, for what I did, but he don't know how to do it, and he's trying to reach out to her, and even she's understanding where he's coming from, and it's like it's okay, we're still family. I'm trying to get better. Like she's helping, like leaving the addiction meeting and stuff. It's like they're showing us that she's trying to move forward, right? Which is what JP should be hearing right now, and what Tommy needs to be hearing right now, because they showed us the preview that previously on when JP was like to Kate getting better, like she can get better, and he should know that. He should know before he dies that mom was getting better, you know what I'm saying? And this may bring her back, you know what I'm saying? But she was on the path of like goodness. Like, so that would have been a much more better family moment of them talking to Kate on the phone than this Genesis, guess who's coming to dinner bullshit. I was, who dies? Hold on. Who dies in episode 8, Vic or JP? Again, JP. Vic bogus for killing his childhood friend. I didn't give a fuck. I just met this dude like last episode, as far as I'm concerned. So like, I didn't have a lot of.
You're not invested, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense as far as I just met this girl. However, what episode 2 or something like that?
Genesis?
No, I'm talking about Vic's girl.
Okay,
because the whole thing was Tommy's going to kill this girl if he doesn't bring him whoever. Ransacked this bar and did whatever to prove that it wasn't him.
Yeah.
So he killed his childhood friend to protect his girlfriend of all of 2-3 weeks.
So again, I hear you, but it's not necessarily about quantity of time as much as it's someone that you care about. Like, we've seen movies where people fall in love in a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? But I hear you, but also it's protecting himself. So it's not just necessarily the girl. That was just like I think the last anchor. But
why would you go into the bar if that's not a declaration of war? You're basically saying, yeah, I declared war and now I'm going to take a step back from that and basically erase that from history. You shouldn't have did it to begin with then.
Well, also, as we discussed last week, it doesn't make any sense to wear masks and then make sure that your victims know who you are to send a message. Like, if you're going to do that, then you are prepared for the consequences, and you should be taking credit for your shit. You shouldn't be like, nah, I was just kidding. Never mind. Like, or you should have just killed everybody so there were no witnesses and we wouldn't have this problem. So Vic, I hope the Vic is killed by the Irish and therefore making all this bullshit relevant. That it's not Tommy or it's not Tommy. It's not CBI. Like the Irish are tired of him and they kill him. And like, we need someone else to take over this thing, especially after you killed one of our members and that kind of shit. And then now it makes sense. And then Tommy just can't kill everybody in Chicago. Hold up. Do we feel? Yeah, Miguel's gonna die, but it's gonna be after they go after Maria. Like, he's not making it out of this series. I feel.
Going back to Vic for a minute, right? And the OG power. It was very realistic, and they made a point of, are you on the list to come up, right? Because anytime you saw anybody go up to the penthouse, they called upstairs first, or you had to be on the list and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
What the hell is going on with Vic's place where people just show up in the elevator unannounced and it's just like, yeah, I'm here?
I think Power Book 1, it was also plot convenience. Like, sometimes, like when Angie and all those crew just came up through the door, I'm like, what the like, like there's a lot of times people just roll up in there. So I think it was like plot convenience for that. But what do you think, Kim, about the whole Vic situation? Pause.
Okay, but you didn't ask me a question. I'm like, are we talking about the access to the penthouse?
Well, no, him killing his boy. Like,
to me, it was happening when Kane was living there, but I don't remember it ever happening with
No, I'm sorry. To specify to your point, like him killing his friend, is that gonna matter? How you think Vic is gonna get up
Oh
out of
no,
here?
Vic, I feel the Irish are. He has to pay for what he did. There was no reason to kill his best friend like that. I mean, I feel like he did just meet that girl. He's trying to save his own ass more
Yeah.
than that girl. And I think the Irish are gonna kill him because Tommy's gonna tell them what he did for sure and get rid of Vic that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So, I mean, Vic is not strong enough. This world is not for him. So it's just not because he doesn't know how to handle it. So he definitely is gonna, I think, be killed by his own people because he doesn't know what he's doing.
And Tommy's gonna have like other things to deal with, especially with CBI going to shit. So I want to connect this to Shanti real quick because I feel like Shanti is one probably the best chess masters at this point, because up until this episode she's been pushing Jannard to take down Diamond and Tommy. She was very clear on that. Both of them need to die so you and me can meet Che and we can be the new people on the street. Then once Shanti is like, fuck Jannard, then she's like, in this episode, hey Tommy, did you know that these two brothers over here are trying to kill your nephew, and they're trying to get rid of you, and they ain't shit. And now Tommy was like, I'll take care of that. So now she's like working his piece, to it. So I thought it was really cool how she's like playing the whole background on both of them, and neither side is like Shanti's the problem. Like in essence, I mean, she ain't lying. She just ain't telling the whole truth.
I think she's gonna pay for that next episode.
Okay. In what way? Hold on.
I think she might die.
Oh, so
she might die for going against CBI like that and telling Tommy everything.
Okay.
Because Diamond is shooting somebody.
Yes.
And I feel like it's her. I really do. I feel like it's her. Yeah.
All right. So again, okay. Last thing. What'd you think of her Beyonce moment when she finally just realized?
I loved it because I knew it was coming. I was like, she was so hurt and so upset, and it's just a cliche now for a woman to beat the hell out of something that a man loves, and men love their sports cars. They just do, and that's the best way to get back at them, is to really just tear up their car because it costs so much money to actually get that joint fixed. So yeah, when she was doing it, I was like, perfect. But when she was just doing the body, I was like, she's not gonna do any of the glass. And then she started doing the glass. I was like, yeah, you gotta do glass. Yeah.
Well, this Beyonce has set a standard, because now we saw the same thing with Kim Kardashian in All's Fair. That was a dream though, but we saw the same damn thing. Yeah. And this, I guess this surpasses Angela Bassett's burning a car, which was a standard before now.
We're closing it, yeah.
Right, we're closing it. So I was like, and to be fair, Shanti didn't have all the resources to be throwing his clothes in there. But she definitely done. But I did like how they slowly but surely demolished the relationship. Like, it wasn't just one thing. Like, you can show that she tried to stick by this dude, and it was just too much in the end. And I thought, storytelling wise, I thought that was pretty good, for that.
Oh yeah, their relationship ended the way it should have ended. Drug addicts are not easy, and alcoholic, they're just not easy people to be with. Mm-hmm. And she did love him and try to fix him, and that's the problem. You can't fix someone; they have to fix themselves. And not that I'm saying you can't be with someone who's an alcoholic or a drug addict and it doesn't work. What I'm saying is that they have to want to stay sober on their own, and then you enhancing that is wonderful, right? Encouraging them and stuff like that. But I mean, all that girl did was like just shake a bag at him. And he was like, his eyes were like, I was like, geez, dude, calm down.
Well,
he was ready.
Well, to be fair, I think the ass did most of the work. Like I mean, because when she got to the room, he was banging her. Like, I didn't see no drugs. They implied drugs were done, but the draws was definitely being getting. And like in the same club that Shanti works at, like that's just stupid. Like, and that kind of thing. And magically they all just ended up in the bathroom. Somehow Shanti just had to go to the bathroom.
This is the weird thing. Well, somebody probably told her, like the bartender or something, like your man is in the bathroom with this chick. But the thing about it is, like, when he got caught, he did what all men do. He blamed it on her. Why are you blaming you banging this girl on me? But men do that all the time. They twist it around and make it your fault. But if you did the same thing,
it'd be your fault.
It's your fault. It's just all your fault. Yeah.
But I do love I do love the fact that she did not lose focus, that she let Jade, as her name, walk out the door, and she kept focus where it should have been, was Jannard. Yeah, so I did
not beating her up, not tearing her up. Jannard was the problem. She's not in a relationship. He is in a relationship. That's right.
And I thought that was pretty good. All right, Jamani, I saw your angst. So what'd you think of the Shanti, Jannard, Jade situation?
Yeah, that car scene, they couldn't afford to beat that car. It was so zoomed in and close up that, like, she was just beating up like a fake car, and then they would zoom out at the end, all the way at the end. It was like, yeah, it was not even realistic looking the way she was beating up the car. It was so close. But yeah, she was, they have a term now. It's called quiet quitting, right? When you have a job and you don't quit, but you just go through the motions or whatever. I'm like, he's calling her. She's not getting back to him. She's giving him the cold shoulder. He's basically getting ghosted. How the hell does he even really know that he's still in a relationship, or even able to contact her to be like, all right, I want to break up with you or something.
Come on, bro. Come on. Okay, Jamani. Okay,
Jamani, that's you being a man. Okay?
Yeah, that's bad, bro. Because if he actually felt that way, half that shit wouldn't have came out of his mouth. Because he would have been like, we already broke up. No, he's trying to explain, like, oh my God, my penis just kept on getting hard and I couldn't put it in you. And what was I supposed to do? So really, it's more about the sex and the drugs. I mean, he was like, I've been trying. If you guys watch The Oval, Sam went through the same thing, like with Victoria, just if you know what I'm talking about. But like, that's basically what that was his excuse. Like, I was trying to put it somewhere, and this got built up, and Jade was like, here you go. And he was like, well, all right, if that's what you want to do. But I'm like, in the club where your girl works at, with the girl who probably, which they never explained, probably works for her at some level, it's just disrespectful. Like, he didn't even bother to say that.
He didn't cheat on her when he was actually a drug addict and all this other types of stuff. I think it has more to do with her, having some distance between him and giving him the cold shoulder than any of the other things. It was like, yeah, he felt as though, like, yeah, she doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. So
I have a question. So if she, vice versa, she would have done the same thing, what would that have been? Please explain. What would that have been?
Would have been okay, Jamani. Would have been okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, if
people are not starting to say, but I hear, bro. Again, that's neither here nor there. Like, the demise of that relationship causes the demise of Tommy and CBI, really, and which brings to the fights that we have, which Tommy.
That was probably the best scene of the season.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. It was pretty
Tommy trying to get out of the door was hilarious. I was like, Tommy, I would have ran too. That dude is huge. I would have took my behind up them steps and gotten out of there until I could get myself together, because I knew Tommy didn't want to shoot him, right? Yeah. They both could have shot each other and it would have been over. But because they really are like partners or business partner, whatever, at that moment, they were like, no, let's just have an old-fashioned fight. And I was like, but Tommy, you are outnumbered. This man is like two people. Like,
yeah. And that's what I actually appreciated about the scene, was that despite the fact that this is Tommy's show, they didn't try to give us some bullshit like he was just gonna beat up Diamond and just walk away. Like, that's not how this is gonna go down. Like, in real life, you will lose this fight. You know what I'm saying? But he still saved face because he's he's a star. But he was like, I got to go, bro. Like I bit off more than I can chew with this. And I really appreciate it. I really appreciated that realism.
The realism.
Right, the realism of that. Because I would have been like, fuck you, Tommy, that you beat this man down. No.
The realism was lost for me when Diamond got on top of Tommy and he was able to slither away after that. I was like, no. Once he gets on top of you, it's a wrap for you, Tommy.
It's a crap. Like you staying down. You are staying. Tommy and Jannard feud needs to come to a conclusion. They've been beefing for 3 seasons. I agree with you, and also you got to remember what Jannard said to Vic. Ever since Tommy got here and he got up the upper hand with the Yardies, like our lives have been shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically. And imagine where we would be if he didn't come in. And I still think that speaks to what Shanti's been trying to do. If you get rid of Tommy and you get rid of your brother, you could be on top in CBI and run it the way you want to, and Vic could be in charge of the Irish if that's what he wants to do. But it still feels like Jannard would be perfectly fine if Diamond somehow just stop living, or just give it like he don't necessarily need his brother. He's just trying to get rid of Tommy and get back on top at some level. And both men crapped on the women that stood by them, even though I totally forgot about that guard, to be honest, like until she came back. But both men in this episode just tore down the women that have been trying to be there for them because they're tired of being questioned particularly by Tommy and other people. Both of them did it, and I didn't know if that was on purpose or not, but I did notice that.
I felt more for the corrections officer than I did for Shanti or whatever, because if I get busted, this is my job,
freedom,
everything. And he's like, no, you just do what I say or whatever. And you notice every time he has one of these type of conversations, it's in the basement and he's drinking. Like he needs to be in rehab or A&E with Kate.
With Kate. he needs to go to meetings with Kate. Yeah, I can see that. But Kim, what you think? What you think about the parallels of how you talk to women?
Well, he's disrespectful. That's one. The way he talks to women is disrespectful. But she is his employee, right? And every now and then he bangs her, right? But I don't think that he understands that fentanyl is as dangerous as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand wanting to sell drugs, but nobody, I think, even the biggest drug dealer wants to actually kill people. Do they? Like, I felt like CBI was not that type of gang. And that's why she was kind of like, what? We're doing fentanyl? Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Because that is, the more bodies that drop, the more attention officials are going to pay to, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like right now, the jail is like kind of like, they know what's going on, right? The officials know there's drugs in jails. But when bodies start dropping, that's when like other entities get involved. Like this jail has had 28 deaths, and we're showing that it's fentanyl. Like what is going on in this jail? That's going to lead to an investigation. That makes sense that she's like, that's going to be my job. Like we can't do this. But the way he talked to her, she's an employee. I don't know why she thought she would get any kind of respect at all. I mean, even Shanti, she's with Jannard. If she was just a regular employee, Jannard probably would talk to her the same way. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way they talk to insubordinate. I mean, you're nobody. Really.
So forget CBI, Diamond being an alcoholic and Jannard being a junkie. They're both the brothers of destruction. And that's true. I wonder if that's on purpose, and they're gonna bring that both these brothers both have their own addiction issues and how that impacts their personal relationships and the business. Hello, Candy. How are you? Diamond being aggressive with Kendra was wild. Again, we talked. He did the same thing with the fat guy last episode. Like Tommy kind of put him down, and he like, who can I lash out at? But Tommy's saying shit like, I made CBI. I'm like, now Tommy's going too far. Like, this is not your organization. But Diamond is finally seeing what Jannard has been trying to tell him, that Tommy feels he runs all this shit and you work for him. You don't work with him. You know what I'm saying? And now he's like, yeah, like now I get it. And it's like, so this was good for Diamond in that sense, to realize that Tommy is not his partner or his friend. Like, as far as Tommy's concerned, he's his boss. And maybe this will help Diamond like stand up a little bit. Tommy might have Jannard killed by then set Diamond up with the Chinese lady, Madam Wu. Okay. That would be interesting. So it'd be interesting if they give up. D-Mac is gonna be fine. Like I think SJ Smith put a comment that was like, they need more younger people. So D-Mac will probably be around, will probably go the distance just so they can have more younger people, doing that kind of stuff. But if he was expendable, I mean, I could see Jannard probably, giving up D-Mac, naming D-Mac to Madam Wu, but he's the one that robbed you. Madam Wu goes and finds him, tries to kill him, and shoots Dad instead. Yes. To tie this together somehow, like, why would JP even be involved in this, that he would be a collateral damage? And I'm like, it has to be someone's going after D-Mac. So or even Kilo, but then they would have to admit that they lied to him. Jar would have to admit that they lied to him. And I don't think he wants to do that. Tommy is a hypocrite. Remember that Tommy was doing drugs once upon a time. Yeah, he spent most of book one high as fuck. But he can handle it. I guess as far as he's concerned. But yeah, I can see that. All right, Giovanni. Yes. What do you think, Giovanni? What are we doing? What's next week's here?
What, D-Mac?
Yes.
I don't know. He has carte blanche to do all types of CBI gangster type stuff. So I don't know. He could be sent on any type of mission. I'm like, I would think. I don't know. I'm like, it seems like Che and Miguel are gonna be on the outs. So let's see how much Tommy starts playing close to Miguel out of their family
connections.
Yeah, family connection, as opposed to D-Mac being with CBI. Maybe he might just, all right, I was holding Tommy back or whatever, so now I got to roll with Tommy in the coalition split.
So if they do have a coalition, so they're okay. So again, at least watching the preview, at some point, again, Tommy and Miguel come in blazing, and they're mainly shooting black people. So I'm assuming they're going after who else is left of CBI and working with, and at least so Jannard and crew try to kill Tommy at JP's funeral. Who kills JP though? But they hit someone important because Kate does say in the preview, make him hurt. So and so JP is definitely dead. So maybe CBI kills JP. Then they try to shoot Tommy again, and then that's when they get Maria. Because why is Miguel working with Tommy again in the back? He's supporting Tommy in his effort. So what brings these two men together if not the death of Maria or the baby, and Maria's in critical condition or something?
You're still on this whole Maria, the not having the baby and all this type of stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna put that aside for a minute.
Put it aside. What brings Miguel and Tommy together that Miguel is supporting Tommy as he goes on the offensive? If it's not Maria. You ain't got nothing, because there is nothing. But I mean, Maria is the only thing that ties these two men together. That's it. I'm not saying she has to die. I'm saying I feel strongly that baby ain't gonna make it.
I'm like, all right. So what if Che?
Know where Maria? So real quick, that's a good question, and the writers are getting lazy and they're running out of time. So he said, word on the street is that's just writer plot convenience. That's just plot convenience. They didn't have time for someone to follow Maria around and somehow see her belly or some bullshit. But that's something to be called out. But that was his phrase. The word on the street is Tommy is banging Miguel's sister and she's pregnant. That's it. That's it. What's up, Jermaine?
Yeah, that made absolutely no sense as to how he would know that. But I think Che will side with CBI because they're buying triple the amount, and if Tommy's not with them anymore, then he's basically just solo or whatever, and him and Miguel will probably be trying to do their own thing or whatever. So it's like Che's going to go with the money, and they still have to get rid of what is it, Alvarez or the whatever the guy is who's in prison.
In jail. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, is there a way that they can get Diamond's corrections officer to get rid of him? Because I'm like, you're in prison. You're so easy. You're sitting duck to be gotten.
That's a good point. That's a good point, and that would be the best use of her. Miguel will eliminate Che. I think Che will tell Tommy to kill Miguel, and then they will team up, and they will team up to kill Che for bringing Tariq and bring Tariq into like that. Though, what does Tariq got to do with this? It's like.
Well, there's only 3 more episodes. Tariq got to get in here sooner or later.
Last episode, bro. That was a fill-in once they figured out they're gonna cancel this show, bro. Like he's not gonna have a significant role. Like that don't make any kind of. It makes D-Mac need some help with the junior varsity. Then they may be like, hey Tariq, I need you to come here and run the numbers or something. I can't believe he's going to. So Che, okay, so I got niggas. Didn't you watch the episode? ? They tried to kill him. Tommy paid his debt, and obviously some happens to his sister. That's what I just said. And then Diamond betrayed Tommy as well. He needs new allies. So again, the sister, if they're still at odds, and Tommy and Diamond can or Jannard can get rid of Tommy, then Miguel is fine. He's actually better off than he was before, and then he can take the coalition away from him. And then Che just needs someone who's going to sell his drugs in a timely manner. And the only reason Tommy is on top is because of the coalition, because he has more people.
He's not just selling the drugs. He doesn't want somebody he doesn't want any beef or any wars. That's what he's always saying is, I don't want any problems on the streets.
But again, right now, what he said was, I can't support you because you don't have the troops. That's what he said. He says you need to have a coalition like CBI. So if the coalition falls apart, if Tommy's dead and Jannard and Diamond can't hold on to the coalition, Miguel can step up to be like, I can reclaim my own people because Tommy just took one of his crews or whatever. And then he can build one up. That still doesn't mean they have to work together. Just because you pay my debt is the reason I haven't killed you. But Tommy didn't do it out of the kindness of his heart. I mean, he did it because of the sister. I'm saying the sister will be the reason. Something's going to happen to her and or that baby, okay? They're not just going to run off to South America and see what happens. That bullshit ain't happening. Like, something's going to happen to her. Now, they showed her being shot at in the preview, so that's not how she dies because that's too easy. And I acknowledge that. Something's gonna happen, and they're not shooting Latinos; they're shooting Black people in that trailer, right? So it's CBI. Some Black force does something to Tommy that even Miguel wants to help out. There's something there. I mean, I'm not sure. Do you see Che ask about Tommy? Yes. He trusted more than Diamond. Yes. There, so I can see Che. He does, but again, ultimately it's about money. The only reason he's even bothering with them because they got the coalition, they can move drugs, they don't have no kind of family history or nothing. But if Miguel can help Tommy with CBI and revenge, then they can team up and go after Che. That's what I'm thinking. Tommy's not going to kill his connect unless he has another one. He does know that much. So Che is the source. So they need to find a new source of drugs before they move on Che. Unless Che tries to kill both of them, then they don't have a choice. I think. But the hitter Titus will attack Maria, and Maria hit and run over Titus. This will cause Tommy and Miguel to team up because they. All right, again, I'm not unless I'm Titus has a whole bunch of black people working for him. Go. I wish I could watch trailer. Go. You know the part of the trailer I'm talking about where they're in the theater, like right after the funeral of JP. Obviously, Kate tells Tommy make him hurt, and then you see Tommy run in. He's carrying a golden gun. He's shooting a golden gun, and Miguel is behind him along with some other people.
I don't think I saw that trailer. I just saw the trailer for the next episode, not the whole season trailer.
Oh, the season trailer. Like I'm talking about the season trailer,
yeah.
and that is in there, and like you hear. JP has dialogue in the trailer, and he's like, "I'm always going to be here for you." Da 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 da, and like he's hugging D-Mac, and then all of a sudden you see Kate in person, and Kate is hugging D-Mac, and I'm like, okay, JP's dying because then you see Genesis, D-Mac, Tommy, and Maria sitting in the funeral in the church, and then then Kate tells Tommy to make them pay, and then you see them coming into this theater. And Tommy's just blazing off.
That's all right. So JP would die episode 8, right? We're not going to get a funeral until episode 9 or 10. So, like, what you're talking about is episode 9 or 10. So I'm like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that could happen in episode 8 that we don't have enough information to predict on how it's going to go down to 2 episodes later.
So you don't think the funeral happens until 9?
No, I don't think they're gonna kill him and have the funeral in the same episode.
No, I'm saying he gets killed next week, and his funeral is episode 9. You remember you said episode 9 is supposed to be like a big action episode, right?
Yeah.
He dies in episode 9. He died next week. They have his funeral in episode 9, and somehow Maria gets hit, and that's when Tommy and fucking Miguel just go off and just start shooting people in 9. To space it out. To your point, I agree they're not going to kill him and bury him in the same episode. But Maria's getting shot at next episode. That's a fact. And she will be fine. I mean, I don't think they would preview her death that obviously. So she will be fine. But she is screaming, so maybe they do hit the baby. She don't have to die, but that baby's not coming.
I'm like, they don't even have to hit the baby. She just gets shot. She goes into shock, gets so scared it becomes a miscarriage.
All right. The baby's not being born. Do you agree?
Yeah, the baby's not going to be born by episode 10. I know that, but there ain't enough time for that to happen.
So, well, they can also true, but you still feel like the baby's going to make it out somehow.
Yeah, I would hold out faith that she will still be with child. By episode 10, possibly.
All right. I love your commitment. Kate encourages Tommy to go after someone. Yeah, we don't know who. Tommy and Miguel will know that Roberto Ortega sent Titus to harm Maria and team up. All right. But that would work. Tell me, like, they're not shooting Latinos. All right. Like, I'm not saying they're not going to team up and go after. They are shooting black folks. All right. They're very, very much shooting black folks. All right. So I'm asking, who are these black people that they're shooting and why? The hitter for the Marquez attempts to kill Maria in episode 8. That is in the preview. I agree. The funeral happens in 9, but the shootout in 10 ends with Tommy possibly getting caught for killing Stacy and is wanted in 2 states. So shit. I was like, Tommy can't go to jail because he has another to star in. So so I doubt he but I could, if this was real life, dare I say, I can see that being wrapped up, but that implies the law enforcement has any kind of competence in these types of shows.
Now, why are we saying he can't go to jail? I'm like, I would love and would be thoroughly entertained if Power Legacy took place in prison and it was like the Oz version of the Power universe.
Let's just to entertain this conversation. Tariq, D-Mac, Effie are and Genesis, because she said, fuck Atlanta. I'm gonna stay here with my thug boyfriend, soon to be baby daddy. They're running the crew outside, and Tommy is the uncle in prison giving them advice. That I'll do.
No, I want it to be self-contained to
no
prison, and you can still have, like some prisons are we call it co-ed, where they have the females on one floor, the males on another floor, and they talk through the toilets and stuff like that. Yeah, you can make it work.
No, bro. This is not Mayor of Kingstown. I was to be fair to that show, they do a fair balance of like in prison, out of. But no, that could be the model if they switch and made it, but it still have to be Chicago based. And I'm like, I think they're not gonna want Tariq in Chicago. Like I hope I saw a post somewhere saying that maybe they'll move to Atlanta. Like maybe D-Mac will be like, oh, I will go to Atlanta with my girl, and somehow they all get relocated there. Like that would be.
If you get arrested federally, they can put you anywhere in the country.
Yeah, but again, Tommy's not going to jail. All right, like that's just not how that happens. Finally got off work. Hope I didn't miss much. You missed the review because we got to go because we got to start the family business on time because we're gonna have a long discussion about Welcome to Dairy. So Jamani, any final words before I ask him for hers?
Not really. Like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you much, Jamani. Kim, any final words before we move on?
Nope, I'm just happy Stacy's gone. Yay! Other than that, I mean, yeah, Tommy, I agree with you. Tommy's not going to jail. Something's gonna happen. He's gonna be able to escape this whole thing. Vic is definitely gonna die by the Irish. But Tommy's gonna be able to escape. And somehow I think like it's gonna be Tariq, which is so weird. But yeah, I think it's gonna be like Tariq is who gets him out of it, which is nuts to me. But like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys in the comment. We love you. We'll be back in a moment.
Right. Thank you, Kim. All right, so I will do it like this to say last comment will be Tommy was being filmed when he shot Stacy, and I think she was wearing a recording device. So we are definitely doing Power Book 2 at that point.
Power Book 2? That was Power Book 3, wasn't that? Was whatchamacallit? When Omar Epps shot the cop and when she found the tape recorder on her or whatever.
Oh,
that did happen, but it happened with Proctor too, didn't it? With the laptop.
Yes. So nothing is new in these shows. Actually, I was more thinking about when Ramirez was that again when Kane shot Ramirez. It was something tying him to that, and they're like, we gotta. I can't remember what it was. It was like the badge or something.
It was the badge, and he put it in Tariq's dorm room or whatever.
Dorm room. That's right. Burke. Thank you, DeMarcus. But anyway, guys, we will be here. I don't know we're gonna be recording next weekend. It is Christmas weekend, and I got people coming in, so we will do our best. If not, then we will roll this up in 2 weeks. But I'll see what I can do. But anyway, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Kim and I are going to move on and talk about the family business to say goodbye to that show, and then we will try to promptly start Welcome to Dairy and discuss the It universe and what could be based on what we saw. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. See you.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
But you want to go there?
Oh shit. Stacy, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.